Before we get started, I am hosting an Elden Bling Fashion Souls contest. Link in the pinned comment or description for more details on how you can participate and win possible prizes like Steam gift cards and more. Hey guys, Ronan here. The patch for Elden Ring to preload the DLC is available now for you to download, so definitely get that going. But there is some huge buffs and nerfs with this patch. Let's go ahead and read through them. I haven't read through everything. I stopped after realizing how much changes there actually are. Link in the description down below for you to read yourself if you don't want to watch the whole video. Let's go ahead and get started. So patch version 1.12. So the new feature added support for Shadow of the Erdtree. That's awesome. Added new map functions, new summoning pool features, new quality of life inventory features here. So new items will have an exclamation mark, which I think is going to be highly useful for the DLC when you get new stuff. A new tab called recent items. That's pretty cool. Some display settings. Added a new feature to summon a spectral steed during the Elden Beast boss battle. That is sick. So you can basically ride Torrent during that battle. Added new features to the Coliseum. Crafted consumable items have been used during a battle will be replenished at the end of your session. Oh my god. That is huge. It is so nice being able to keep your crafted stuff. And they even added Arabic language support as well. For Steam players, some new keyboard and mouse settings. There's a bunch of PvP exclusive balances, and there are PvE/PvE. So basically, if you're playing with friends or just doing story mode, it will affect that. So PvP is only going to be player versus player, but quite a few here. So after being affected by madness or sleep status effects, the status effect will build up and will be halted for a short period of time. Okay, I think that's a nice change. Increase the poise damage of some attacks against other players with the following weapon types: great swords, colossus swords, curved great swords, great axes, hammer flails, great hammers, colossal weapons, great spears and halberds. I mean, that makes sense. You're using, most of these are really heavy weapons, so it makes sense they would do more poise damage. So that's a good change, I think. And then adjusted poise damage for some dual wield attacks. That's pretty cool. So again, more great weapons here: halberds, great swords, axes, and stuff like that. Dual wield attacks for axes, hammers, halberds, and reapers, which is pretty cool. A lot of buffs for these heavier weapons, which is really nice. But there are some nerfs as well. Decrease the damage of dual wield attacks against other players of all weapon types. So dual wielding in general got nerfed for PvP. Decrease the poise damage of some attacks against other players with daggers, straight swords, thrusting swords, heavy thrusting swords, curved swords, katanas, and basically all your dex weapons pretty much got nerfed. Decrease the poise value of some attacks for great sword. Wow, okay. So some buffs and some nerfs at the same time here. Heavy thrusting swords got nerfed. Dual attacks for spears and great swords got nerfed. Dang, a lot of nerfs. But you know, there's plenty of new weapon types coming, so we'll see how that all fits into the PvP meta. Running attacks for fists and claws got decreased. Wow, even blessings got decreased as well in PvP. Skill adjustments for PvP: your spinning slash, flame strike, rain of arrows, curse, blood slash. Oh my god, look at all these nerfs, guys. All of these are nerfs. None of these are buffs right here. That is crazy. So a lot of nerfs here. Incantation nerfs as well. Okay. All right, so here's the good stuff. I mean, I'm a big PvPer, but I'm really curious how PvE is going to work. General balance adjustments. So this is going to affect both PvP and PvE. So turning speed while dual wielding heavy thrusting swords has been adjusted. Increased dexterity scaling when assigning Ashes of War with certain weapon affinities has been increased, so that's a nice dex buff for those dex users. Increased stamina consumption when guarding against attacks of certain weapon types, so you'll have to use more of your stamina when you guard against great swords, curved swords, great hammers, and great axes. Makes sense. I mean, they're going to do more poise damage now, so. Increase the speed of some attacks for the following weapons. So axes, great axes, hammers, flails, and reapers all got buffs. Increase the damage of charge attacks for axes, great axes, and some colossal weapons. So it looks like a lot of the heavy weapons are ones that are getting buffed for the most part, while some of the faster weapons are getting nerfed, it looks like. Reaper, increased turning speed, increase the damage of whips. Oh, that's awesome. Except the whip that can change. That didn't get changed, but all the other whips got increased damage, which is nice. Dual wielding whips is really fun. Increase the speed of consecutive attacks for the following weapon types. So light bows and long bows are a little bit better. Torches got increased poise damage. Increase the duration effect of Mog's Great Rune. Oh, what? That's awesome. This is really good for PvE. That is actually huge, this buff right here for getting that increased attack power. Healing got actually nerfed. Decreased the heal amount reduction from Flask of Crimson Tears and increased the heal and attack when using Melania's Great Rune. Okay. Interesting. Arrows, great arrows, bolts, and great bolts. Yeah. What? Wait, let me read that again. Increase the attack power of arrows, great arrows, bolts, and great bolts that can be crafted through item crafting. That's awesome. Decrease the turning speed of dual wielding weapons for spears and great spears. Decrease poise generation and speed during some attacks for great spears and halberds. Wow. A lot of nerfs for things I didn't think were going to get nerfed. Paramagic, wow, that got decreased the effect. Okay. And then decrease the duration of Cerule. Oh no, the hidden tier got nerfed. I'm really genuinely curious how nerfed that is because my dragon incantation build uses that. So, but that thing is really powerful anyway. All right, so let's take a look at just regular armament adjustments. So Troll Knight Sword buffed. Zamor Curved Sword buffed. And the distance of some attacks, like the movement, got buffed too. That's huge for PvP and PvE. The Forked Hatchet, I never used it. Increased damage. Ripple Blade, the status buildup actually went down with the arcane attribute. That makes me sad. Serpent Hunter, speed of crouching attacks. Crescent Halberd, decrease the status buildup for arcane again. Okay. Albinuric Staff, increased scaling. So it looks like a lot of these staffs got scaling increases. The Glintstone Staff, Prince of Death Staff, Clawmark Seal, and Dragon Communion Seal. Oh yes, the Dragon Communion Seal. All right, so even though my tier got nerfed, my Dragon Communion Seal had better scaling, and I already had great stats for that, so I'm really excited. All right, let's take a look at the skill adjustments. So you got your kick, increase the poise amount when using a skill. Spinning Splash, decrease the status buildup. Storm Assault, decrease poise generation speed. Storm Caller, poise generation speed. A lot of, which is looking at this list real quick, a lot of like decreased poise generation speed. That's for Storm Stomp, Glint Blade, Loretta Slash, Bloody Slash. Wow, a lot of nerfs here. So we have Strong Shot, increase the speed, which is nice. Sky Shot, when doing consecutive attacks, that got increased, so that's pretty cool. Parry, increase parry hitbox generation speed, so you will actually recover from parries faster, assuming you miss, which is really nice. I'm curious if that means I can follow up with an attack afterwards quicker as well. I'll have to test it to see. Parry hitbox generation speed is nice. Stormball, increased parry hitbox generation. Wow, I wonder how hard the DLC is going to be with all these increases to like your defenses, you know? A lot of parry increases here. Added attack recovery time after using the buckler parry. Now, I don't know if that means the recovery times got increased, so it's longer to recover, or if that means it's kind of shorter. I think it's a negative, but I'm not sure. Taker's Flame, decrease the fire poise damage. Oh, they removed the knockdown effect too. Oh, here we go. Moonlight Greatsword. I know you guys are going to like this one. Increase the poise damage of heavy and charge attacks, but decrease the poise damage of generated magic waves. I mean, I think that's good. That's kind of like hit or miss on whether you would like that or not. Thundercloud Form, decrease poise damage. Magma Shower, decrease poise generation speed. Thunderstorm, decrease damage. Bubble Shower, decrease damage and poise damage. I command the Kneel, increase poise value during active part of the skill. Decrease poise generation speed. So a lot of these looks like it's just balanced across the board for everything, mainly with poise and attack speed stuff, and a little bit of status build up. Blood Boon Ritual, decrease the generation status build up. Oh man, that makes me sad. Wow. All right, and there's a lot of bug fixes as well. That all these bug fixes, thank God they finally fixed some of this stuff, because that was getting a little annoying. Anyway, guys, I will go ahead and have this link in the description down below if you want to read everything. I just did a quick glance over it, so feel free to read for yourself if you want more details. I hope you guys enjoy the DLC. I will be live streaming sometime tonight, not sure when, probably closer to midnight, but may do it around like 8 p.m. if I have extra time. We'll see. See you guys next time.